What's up, everybody? Welcome to the team. Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today is another episode of the Players Cup 3. I actually recorded this the other day and did not do any audio, so we're going to do it afterwards. Spring is per tour. I actually don't remember this. This is like recorded on Saturday. It's now Tuesday. So ADP coin, Pika ROM deck box, Pika ROM ADP, I don't know. Who knows? We're playing Centiskorch Valley, of course, like always. If you haven't seen any of the videos, go check them out. So we won the coin flip, so that's going to be, we're going second, of course. Of course, we want to go second. That is point of the deck. So, Mulligan, 2 Welders, Boss Order, 3 Fires, and a Communication. Alright, so I'm going to hit done and see what my opponent's playing. Alright. I mean, I feel like both of those are good matchups. ADP or Pika are both good matches. So we start Volcanion, Cinti, and Type Null. I always debate whether to put these down or not because they can always stamp us turn 1 and then you lose those Pokemon. But they also can catch her. So Zigzagoon, so it could be Blacephalon. That's probably the most notorious Zigzagoon. Or Eternatus as well. That's also a Zigzagoon deck. It could be, okay, so Fire, so that has, I was about to say, it could be Centiskorch. Oh, but it's Centiskorch. So this must be like this like Centiskorch like net version. Drops a Volcanion and drops a Wondrous Labyrinth. And as you see, we have nothing. Alright, so our hand is pretty bad right now. We're going to attach a Centiskorch V and pretty much just pass here. I mean, we can't do anything else. We can maybe attach to the active, but then he's threatening like 1 energy and then he can attack with a Centiskorch VMAX. So to see a Communication, going to put a Giratina the deck. Alright, so they do play Giratina. These Centiskorch decks are very interesting because they play like Jirachi. So they're like a scoop up variant Jirachi. So see Fire to the active. Gonna see a Retreat into the Jirachi. Gonna see a Stellar Wish, which will kind of help him out for sure. Let's see if he finds anything. Nope, a Scoop Up Net. So if the last card is in his hand, nope. Okay, so it just passed into our turn. And Fire Crystal. Alright, it looks like I might debate putting on the active because he also has a dead hand too, but then we're in the same situation of if he hits like some type of energy and we attack with Centiskorch VMAX, then Volcanion is just dead. But he can't Welder plus Lysander or Boss Order Centiskorch same turn. So it's fine. I think put on the bench is probably the right play. So we see a switch. We know he has net hand, so he can. Oh, he puts on a Giant Hearth as well. Okay. Discards a Giant Hearth, so that means his other card is probably a switch in his deck. So we know he has net to. Okay, there is a Welder as well. So we know he has We know he has net as the last card, so he can net the active if he wants to. And we just see another pass from my opponent. And finally, we find pretty much nothing. But we can discard the Volcanion, thin the deck down, get some energies in our hand. We can attach energy to the active and just Flare Starter, at least getting energy onto that Centiskorch V. 4, 8, 12, 16. So once again, my opponent can't do any kind of like Centiskorch VMAX plus Boss Order plays to knock out our bench Centiskorch V. So that's, he can't do anything there. We see a Crystal, Fire energy to the bench Centiskorch, and just another pass. We're a lot of passing here. And finally, we find somebody. We find a Dedenne. So we're going to attach the active. I think the game plan is we want to be able to retreat if need be. He has a 2 tree cost, but we're smart about that. We do hit a switch, and we hit a Boss Order. So now we can, communicate in. Going to find probably the Savali GX. Boss Order the bench, Centiskorch, and start putting pressure on my opponent. Now, the only unfortunate thing is these lists do play... they do play Malolana sometimes, so that can be very scary. So it looks like we're going to go for another Centiskorch V. Just start powering that guy up. And we're going to see a Disc Reload. This is what I love about this deck. My opponent can't use Disc Reload after he's used Jirachi. The Jirachi only guarantees 1. And we're just going to see a High Heat Blast. Once again, 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah, he can't. Well, I guess if he net, he can knock out a Centiskorch on the bench, right? 210, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that would be a knockout. He has net, Boss Order, VMAX. There's an energy to the active. And we're actually going to see a Burning Train for 180. So this is very, very good for us. Because now we can send it to Centiskorch V. We can evolve it to VMAX. Take a knockout. and power up the bench Centi, while also getting energies on the active as well this turn. So it's actually a really good hand. We'll see a disc reload. Don't want to play any of the cards right now. We could maybe put down the Centiskorch. I think we're just going to Giant Hearth. Maybe we should have Giant Hearth the Centi way. I want to only probably play is like Giant Hearts now. Like the One Wonders Labyrinth is all they sometimes play, which is cute. We see Ace G-Max at Inferno, 160, going to get energy attached to it. And now, are we in the range where we can one-shot a Centiskorch? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 6. Yeah, so we can one-shot a Centiskorch next turn. We haven't played a single Welder this whole game. We've just been manually attaching. We see him discard a crystal. That is his second crystal as well. Usually they don't play more than 2. All Centiskorch usually don't play more than 2. We see Welder 2 to the bench. Centiskorch V. Now, what he could do is maybe just, like, not attack with the VMAX. It seems very scary, for sure. But there is the VMAX. So if he swings with the VMAX, we can knock him out this turn, which would be really good. Still a wish, okay. We can also maybe try to go for a Heatran play as well. Yeah, we can go for a Heatran, because if we swing on the active after he... Okay, well, there we see a Stamp, which is not too bad, because we haven't played it a single Welder this whole game, and there we see Welder. So now we have the capability of one-shotting the Scorch Remax. And I think no matter what, you just Welder to the active, and if you hit like a switch Heatran play, then you do that. Because we have Knockout now. So that's pretty cool. And hopefully the top card is something we can just discard with a Giant Hearth, because this hand is really good. And it is a Crobat, so now we're like, okay, what do we do here? We're going to discard the Air Balloon. Seems good, right? Get 2 Fighter Gs. Let's go Welder 2 to the active. Yeah, you do to the active, right? I hope that's what I did here. I can see you kind of debating here. I think, yeah, you Welder 2 to the active, because no matter what, you're taking a knockout this turn. And if you get Heatran, then Heatran is just like extra, and yeah. We hit a Heatran this turn as well. So I don't know if we go for Heatran, but now I'm thinking about it, like, this seems really good. Okay, so you do go for the Heatran play, which is, I hope we go for Heatran here. Okay, so we're going to go for another Centi instead. Okay. Alright, so I guess what I'm also thinking too now is we have Quick Ball. Maybe a Quick Ball for Heatran. No, it's going to go G-Max. Okay, that's not what we... Okay. Either way, we have Boss Order next turn, and Centi, and we only need to take 1 prize card now, so I guess either way you're okay. And I think I'd rather see the Boss Order instead. Or not the Boss Order, the Heatran instead. I feel like that's probably a better play. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Now I'm thinking about it in the end. Maybe Heatran is probably the better play. I don't know. I never see a Fire Energy. Okay, so there's Welder. We're gonna have 2 on that guy. Yeah, because the most he could do is like 4, so 160. So he could even knock out like a Heatran this turn. Zigzagoon comes up. Jirachi comes back down. Scoop up net. The Zigzagoon sends up Jirachi. He's just doing the Jirachi dance now, as we call it. Just gonna do some dancing of the Jirachis. They receive Boss Order. That's not the card you want to see. And we probably want to see the game. Alright, pretty good. We can see our opponent's deck list right here. It does play the Giratina, Heatran. Oh, it does play Cramorant as well. And I don't know what I was looking for at the time. Hey, look at there. We lost in... Okay, look at there. I got the Lekos. So they do play the 1 Malalana, the 1 Wondrous Labyrinth. Only 1 Stamp. 3 Baby Volks. With 3 Baby Volks is like pretty interesting because like it swings your Deciduous matchup like so good. Like I think the Deciduous matchup is like already fine, but 3 is like really good. Let's see if we can fast forward some here. As the power of okay. All right. There we go. So we're playing against Playscape Games. All right, let's see what they're playing. So took it a win against Centiskorch, even though we both dead drew. We just saw the power. I think Savali is just like the better variant. Like I get it's a stage 1, but it's so good. All right, so 2, 1, 0. Let's go. Let's see what we played against. So Playscape Games playing a Professor Krupp 2020 deck box. Congratulations. Very cool. Saying hello. Look at there. Won the coin flip. Alright. Would you like to go first? No. Never. Always want to go second. Right? Oh, terrible. Okay. So we got quick ball. We can... Okay, so that's good. We have ourselves a mulligan. Okay. So Dragapult. Okay, this is not a matchup like I've ever played before. Playing this deck. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright. Cherish Ball, top deck, pretty good. You can find us a Dedenne if we want to. Jirachi start. If he Jirachi passes, but I mean, he's got Stellar Wish and stuff like this, so... Most likely he's not going to whiff that, right? See a quick, discard a quick. Oh, he had 2 quick balls. He said, you know what? I'm going to make sure I find it. I got quick balls for days. I got my Pokemon out, so... I guess the other 5 cards in his hand must be really good if he didn't want to discard any of them. So it gets a Dragapult, Energy Spinner, getting the 1, getting the attachment. Not a Horror Energy, which is good, so no damage modifications there. There's a Great Ball, so I think I would rather do the opposite. I think you discard the Great Ball with Quick, because Quick, you're guaranteed a basic Pokemon, while Great is not. So I think you discard the Great instead of the Quick. But then you have to discard another card. Maybe those cards like really crucial in his hands. I don't know. It's very weird. So we see a quick ball. We can discard. Okay, we're gonna discard the VMAX. So you know what? We don't need this guy. We just like took a chance. We didn't even look. We were like, hey, you know what? We're going places. So didn't even look to see if the other Centiskorch V surprised or VMAX surprised. Okay. All right. So we get a Heat Energy. Now, we have an awkward situation. We could just sit here and wait, or we can Cherish Ball for a Dedenne. Looks like we're going to... you see I'm kind of like debating, like, what do we do here? I think we just Cherish Ball and, like, go for, like, setup here. Now you can see I'm, like, looking at my stuff. Okay, so let's see how many Centiskorch VMAX prize. That's great, Josh. All right, we see a Dedenne doing this thing. So our hand is now somewhat decent. We can quick the Giant Hearth, because you want to keep... Okay, just kidding, Josh. You made a terrible play probably there. Alright, type no, and we'll pass. Do the passing. Maybe we put that down because we're scared of, like, Power Plant? I don't know. We see Dragapult coming down. We see a Horror Energy come down. So he has 320, so that's 7 energies, right? 7 and 8. So, I mean, we could knock him out theoretically this turn. Which would be really good. Like, if we get a knockout this turn? Boss Sorter. Uh-oh. I'm gonna punch my Senti in the face. Looks like that. Dragapult comes down. Boss Sorter the Senti. Jirachi comes down. Alright, so we have the capability of one-shot him this turn. If we one-shot the Dragapult, oh, it's game over. Like, I don't see how he comes back from that, right? That seems like a terrible thing. So, on our turn. Alright, so we can, like, pretty almost do this, right? Giant Hearth. The Hearth. Okay. 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 Discards the Volcania. I guess we want to keep the Hearth. That's what the plan is. No, we only do 6 total. Okay, so no, Josh playing right now is actually like really smart because Josh watching can't get 7 energies. So yeah, that's actually a good play. Josh now not really paying attention, not playing. Definitely thought I could get 7 energies, but you can't. You only get 3 a turn, so you cannot one-shot that Dragapult. But now we can knock it out next turn pretty easily. We got multiple Sentis. We see a Hammer. Let's see. Let's go. Hammer. Discarding off the active. Terrible. Hammer. Let's go again. Tells. 50% right now. Clefable comes down. Alright. Let's see what energy he picks. Gonna put that in the deck. Alright. That's not good. And let's see what else my opponent has here. Does he find another Dragapult? That's the real question. If he doesn't find another Dragapult, then we're definitely okay. So... Playscape is thinking right now what to do here. Right now my hand is like double switch. Put Savali active. Hearth to Hearth. And Giratina, so now he puts me down to 1. All of a sudden, that scary Centiskorch now has nothing. And a quick discarding research to find maybe a Dedenne. Oh, Crobat. Okay. I wonder if Crobat signifies that he plays Plant. Or maybe he just didn't want to discard stuff. So just Dragapult comes down. Do we see an energy attachment? We do. See another Horror Energy attachment. Great. Fantastic. So Dragapult, Clefable. Okay. For some reason I thought he played Lycanroc. But I guess it was somebody else. Puts the Clefable back into his hand. Back down. Max Phantom. Do maximum damage there. Bring to 280. But we have 40 HP left, so that's good. Let's see where he puts the damage in. He got to just put the damage on Savali. Maybe he plays like Mimikyu or something. Well, he gets to snipe the Centiskorch V next turn no matter what. That sets it up where he can snipe the boss or the Savali. And take a knockout that way is what he just set up there. So we see some switching happening. We see some disc reloading here. We find a VMAX, which is good. Looks like I'm debating what to do. I definitely think you just grab a VMAX here. Yup. I'm going to grab a VMAX, put that down, switch to the other Centi, and take a knockout. Now, this will put me at 4, which means next turn we for sure take a knockout on a Dragapult V if that does come to the active spot and he doesn't discard energies. But we know he has Clefable in hand, so we know for sure an energy is going to get discarded this turn, which is very scary. So, let's see what my opponent has here. Does he automatically send the Dragapult V? Does he have the Dragapult V max stuff? Does he send a Jirachi? That could be a thing as well, because his hand is bad. I don't know. I can't remember. Opponent's debating it here. Just looking. 2 hammers played, 1 boss order, 2 Marnie. So he has multiple boss orders. He could go for that boss order play, bring up Savali, and take a 5 price knockout. But then you leave like my Dragapult VMAX like untouched. And I feel like you have to do something with this. So we put energy back in the deck with the Clefable. So now we can't go for the Gmax or for the VMAX knockout next turn. So. And even if we have, like, Heatran doesn't one-shot the Dragapult VMAX either. Max he can do is 300 next turn. 300. Only 300. Okay, so he's got his friend, Mimikyu. Savali's now useful. Now useless, right? It's useless. It's not good. See research. Let's see what happens. Crushing Hammer. There we go. Terrible. And there's the VMAX. Just find a way to treat this guy. That's the next question. So he has to switch. He has pretty much everything. Switch into that guy. Gonna max Phantom. Let's see if he puts the damage at. Maybe probably such as VMAX, I imagine, on the bench. So let's see, what does he do? Looks like he's going to knock out the Centiskorch VMAX, try to set up a knockout on, like, double boss order for game. Now, we don't want to swing it to the active. That's very, very scary. Because then, that pretty much wins in the game, right? So we don't want to do that. So, I'm trying to debate here what to do. Because we have a couple lines of actions. We can, attach a fire, boss order, like, Jirachi up and knock it out. Which will slow him down some. We can also bring up, like, Mimikyu, knock out the Mimikyu and get our disc reload back online. Looks like we're going to communicate in the Eldegoss. Grab ourselves. Let's see, what do we grab here? I think I'm just looking to see what's left in the deck. I think that's the big thing here. Looks like I might grab a Cindy. So Heat Train is prized as well. That's a big thing as well. That's what I just noticed this too. Heat Train is prized. So no Heat Train crazy play. We see Crobat go in our hand. Okay. Looks like we are going to attach a Fire Energy. I think one of the cool plays we could do here is we could Boss Order, bring up somebody, take a knockout, and I think we either bring up Jirachi or Mimikyu. I don't know why I keep eyeballing Giratina. Am I thinking to knock out the Giratina because it has the most HP? And like in hindsight, I think bringing up Jirachi or Mimikyu is probably the better play, but we'll see. Okay, no, we're just going to swing into the guy. We're just going to swing into him. Alright, saying, you know what? You can't knock me out next turn. 150? Nah, you can only do 130. So, we're cooking. We're chilling. We're saying, you know what? We're just going to knock you out next turn. So, we'll see if that happens. So we communicated in the Eldegoss. Okay, so now I remember what I did. I communicated in the Eldegoss so we can take a knockout the following turn. And then Eldegoss is in the deck, so if he Marnies me, we can, like, draw into it easier. Yeah. That was the play. And that's what I did there. So. Yep, War Energy puts 2. And we know that. Max Man puts 5. So. We see the treat right now. Okay. Going to send up little Jirachi. We see a Quick Ball. See what he gets here. Discards a Caflable. Let's see. What does my opponent... So he's out 4 Crush Hammers, which is great to note. He can't play any more Hammers. So, I definitely probably noticed that while I was playing, most likely. So, let's see what else he's got here. See, it's Stellar Wish, okay. Gonna grab a Stamp. Okay, so he's gonna Stamp us, not Marnie us. So, a little bit different. So we'll see what happens. He can Stamp us to 3. We can't use Savali, of course, because Savali is hurt by Mimikyu. So we see Cherish Ball, Stamp, Switch. Okay. So we can, like, switch into Savali, Stamp, Cherish Ball, Giant Hearth. We get Giant Hearth right now, which might not be a bad play. Just to thin the deck, and then, like, just dumpster their hand. I think that's what we should do. I don't know if I do that. Okay, just kidding. We can't do that because it looks like Dedenne is prized, unfortunately. Looks like we're going to grab a Savali GX. Looks like we're just going to go for Gmax Cinderferno and just... Looks like we're going to thin the deck, though. We're going to discard those. Probably attach to the bench Savali. That's what I would do, personally, right now. Just so you can, like, have this guy that can attack if needed. And we see a Gmax, 400 damage, put an energy on the guy. We're now down to 2, so we just need to find a way to boss order next turn. No Dedenne, unfortunately. I think the other Dedenne's in the price cards. I don't know if I discarded it and I'm just not recalling it right now. So we'll see. If I take a look at the discard pile, we'll definitely note real quick. Alright, so Giratina comes up. Let's see what it does here. Let's see. So you can't swing with the bench guy because we just immediately just knock him out. So my opponent is in a pickle right now. He has to find another Dragapult. He has to get at least 2 energy on it. There's Dragapult. I need to look at the card real quick because I think I made a misplay here. So let's see here. So is he just a pass? Did I pull the card up? Probably not. So So Jettisol does 60 plus 80 more. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So right now he's up to 310. So he needs a Zigzagoon to knock me out. Right? Yes. He needs to do... Yeah, he needs one more energy. He needs one more damage counter. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, he needs to do 150. So if he has Zigzagoon here... but I don't know how that works since he just brought it up. I don't know if he needs to send the other one up first and then retreat. Also, he could just like evolve into the VMAX and just smack me. So there is a Zigzagoon. So does he have the energy or not? Looks like he does not. We're gonna see a Max Phantom here, and this is where I'm always like contemplating: do I swing into it? Because if I swing into it, I'm scared that I activate Horror Energy and we go to Sudden Death. So you're gonna see me like debate here for a second, like what should I really do here? So we're gonna attach the active, and I mean if all this fails, we're gonna just attack into it, right? And at least we get Eldegoss. So I don't know how that works because Horror Energy says even if this Pokemon was knocked out, hit him with Well Played and CG Max. So I don't know because it says even if this Pokemon's knocked out, put 2 damage counters on it. So I don't know. I don't know how that ruling works. If we go to Sudden Death, because we both take prize cards at the same time, or not. I never know how this stuff works. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. Like I said, if it all fails, I would have attacked into it just to guarantee at least some kind of win con. Because if not, he definitely just wins there. So on to the finals. We're playing against Jirachi, Charizard. What coin is that? I have no idea. So we're going first. Maybe it's my Centiskorch with the Fairy Coin, RP. So Centiskorch comes down. Our hand is okay. We got like Quick Ball. We could find ourselves a Type Null. Jirachi active doesn't tell me anything. It could be Centiskorch. It could be... It's some kind of fire deck. I don't think ADP plays Jirachi anymore. It used to, but I don't think... Either way, we're not going to put that on Giant Hearth. Giant Hearth's putting down right now is terrible because we know he's playing some kind of Welter deck because he opted to go second. So you don't want to put a Giant Hearth down. Even if we like whiff the energy, I think not putting the Hearth down is like significantly better because you don't want to give your opponent like the option of being able to Giant Hearth to Welder turn 2 if you don't have that option turn 1, right? But he does have the Giant Hearth, so like that super solidifies that he plays some kind of fire deck. Discard the Boss Order. That's fantastic. Like turn 1 Boss Order this card. Like his other hands must be like this cards must be like so broken. He's like, you know what? I'm giving up one of the best cards in the game. I'm discarding the Boss Order. So yeah, that's good news. That's good for us. Double Fire Energy, of course, you love it. See a Stellar Wish, and hopefully he just whiffs. And we put down Cherish Ball, put down Heatran, Cherish for maybe like a Dedenne, just go crazy. Scoop up net Jirachi for game. Nope, John the Jirachi has to fail. So, we're going to see the Jirachi dance here. Welcome to T-Fish Knuckles, where we see Jirachi dancing all over and over again. Alright, so you know the Jirachi. There we go. Could put down the Jirachi, do a little Jirachi dance again. There we go. Keep on going. Once again, I don't know if it's Blacephalon or Blacephalon or Centiskorch. Both these decks play the same exact cards. No telling what we're playing against. No, the Giant Hearth does not solidify any answer right now. It is still some kind of fire deck. We just don't know what kind of fire deck this is. So we'll see here. He's got a Charizard. Maybe he's playing Charizard or Braxian. They're pretty cool to see. Even though they play like a Green Engine and like not Jirachi and stuff like that. So, and just a pass. So we still have no idea what my opponent is playing. So, wow, what a top deck. So, Cherish Ball, going to find ourselves a Savali. We can put down the Heatran as well. And just, like, Disc Reload for 2. Just so we can, like, save the other cards. I think Disc Reload 2 is probably, like, 100% better. Because then if we get, like, Communication, we communicate the Dedenne. I don't want to put down the Dedenne unless I have to. And you can see right now, I'd still, like, I'd rather opt to play Crobat over Dedenne all day. Now we're in a situation where we maybe had to put down the Dedenne. Let's look at Giant Hearth, the Giant Hearth. He does play multiples of those. We'll put down the Centiskorch. And at this point, like, what do you do here? Do you, like, go for the active? or do you go for the bench? I think going for the active was probably the better play, now that I think about it more so, because we could easily just like go for the second attack and just knock him out. Also, I don't know how I feel about grabbing that Valley. I guess we're about to Dedenne anyway. So we're trying to thin the deck down to hit the VMAX. This is what's happening right now. So we put down Dedenne, something I didn't want to do at all, and there we go. We find the Centiskorch VMAX. We're looking pretty good. Like, all of our other games weren't so hot. This one, we're cooking. We're cooking right now. 5 prize, let's go. We have communicate for Dedenne to find another Centiskorch VMAX. We're going places, cooking everywhere. Cheers Bowl. Let's see what that finds. Oh, okay, so it still doesn't tell me what it is. It could be Centiskorch. It could be Blounds. Both those decks play the same thing. See, Welder 2 to the Charizard. He can't knock me out. That's like impossible. Impossible. Alright. So attachment to the Charizard. Does he just swing with the Charizard? That's very risky because we have this guy on the bench. His name is Heatran GX, and he's got this Burning Road ability. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's really good. So let's see what he does here. Either way, you welder to the bench Centiskorch. You can't knock out the active Reshizard no matter what. Once again, I still have no idea what my opponent is playing. We see a Cherish Ball. I have no idea. Oricorio. Now we're leaning more towards Blounds. We're dancing here. We've been doing the Jirachi dance. Now we're doing the Oricorio dance. It could go either way still. Like, honestly. Oricorio definitely leans more to Blounds. So Scoop him net, once again, doesn't tell me what we're playing against. Jirachi goes back down once again. Doesn't tell me anything. It could just be Reshizard. It could just be Reshizard with Oricorio. That's the cool thing about Fire. You never know what you're going to play against until you just, like, see it, right? So you got to anticipate everything. So we see a Double Blaze GX, and that seems... Well, I guess that's his only real option, so we see Communication, Dedenne, gonna get a, no, get the other Centiskorch VMAX, Josh. What are you doing? That was a terrible play. So we need to hit one of these switches here. Like, switch would be perfect. Beauty, icing on the cake. Yeah, you welder to the bench as well, right? And we hit the switch. Oh, baby. We're going places. Go ahead and press done. Hit that switch. Switch into Heatran. Oh, man. What if I accidentally put Crobat up? Busted. And here we go. Going to turn 2. One shot. Right? It's turn 2 right now, right? It's turn 2? I think it's turn 2. Yeah. Nah, you don't stay up here, Josh. You don't care. You don't care about his hand. You just let his hand be his hand. And we're hot burning. We're doing the hot burn dance. Pretty good. Well, it's turn 3, actually, Josh. You're silly. It's turn 3. All right. Okay, so we're looking good. We're looking really good here. We're looking really good. I like this. 2 to 6. What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. The finals are going our way right now. That's what I want to see. We still don't know what opponent's playing. Oh, okay, it's Blast. Okay, so now we're like, okay, we got to start thinking, what are we going to do here, Josh? What are we going to do? The good thing is, Heatran is in the active spot. What does this mean? Well, he can't knock out a VMAX unless he plays catcher. That's the big thing. He can't do that unless he plays catcher. So we see Welder. We're doing the Welder dance here. We're going to put 2 energies to own that Blound. We're going to be able to stamp him 4, send up a Centiskorch. We actually have, like, a really cool, like, scenario here. I think, like, we almost have checkmate if he doesn't stamp me here. And I'll explain to you a second. Okay, well, now I say that, and he freaking does that. Okay, so you know he's going to stamp me here, right? Stamp the 2, busted. Switch to Blound, Marshadow, go to Reset Hole. Hey, you know what? Oh, that's his own Giant Hearth. Forget my Giant Hearth. You're not having access to it. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So hit the switch, hit a Senti. But this is, once again, why this list is superior to Centiskorch. Like the Jirachi variant that I see people playing right now. I'm about to send up Valley. I'm about to do something cool. You know what we're going to do? Attach to the VMAX. Yeah, sounds good. We're going to switch to the VMAX. Even better. We're going to disc reload. We're going to draw some cards. We're going to do the thing, and oh, look at there. Hit a stamp. Now, What we're looking for is a welder. If we hit welder and welder to the bench, we pretty much checkmates my opponent. Unless he plays like a second Charizard. But even then, he has to like two-shot this guy. And it doesn't look good. So, if we found, like I said, if we found the welder, then we like auto win. Because then we welder to the bench guy and we have 2 Centis. We're looking good, right? So now to take a knockout here, he needs, let's see, 7 to discard and 3. I pointed the magic number out. I said 10 is the magic number right there. So, there's Quick Ball. Going with quickness. See, Quick Ball. Let's see what he discards here. Okay. Can he get 10 energies? That's the question. And even if he gets 10 energies, well, we just gotta find a welder. Because we can knock out Balsafia, we only need 2 energies. We only need 2 energies. That's a welder play. That's all we need. We need that card right there to, put the pressure back on my opponent. So Giant Hearth, hey, that's good for us. That helps us out. I don't know why. I guess he needs the Giant Hearth to find more energies. To get these 10, that is a lot. But man, I feel so good right now. Like, if we lose, it's because we left welder. It's because he hit the crazy with the Blounds. Blounds, not crazy, dude. Like, you're just, yeah, I mean, get your crystals, whatever. Do your thing. Get the 10 energies. Feel good about yourself for a moment. And you just gotta, like, cross your fingers. You're like, okay, does my opponent have a welder? Because that's what it's gonna come down to. Do we hit the welder or not? You know he's got it. Look at him. He's, she's got it. Sophia's got it. That's a she. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see a switch into the Blound. We see the Fireball Circus doing the 350. Knocking us out. Going down to 1. Alright. Let's see what happens. Savale goes up. On to our turn. First things first. Look at there. Look at there. We won. We did it. Our Hurt Senti about to go in there. Get the dub against the Blounds. Put that air balloon in the active. Do the retreat thing. Swing. Sorry, opponent. Regardless, we had stamp. So we could stamp our opponent down to 1. Keep Savale in the active. And then they had to find at least 5 energies off 1. So, off 2. So, they had to hit like double crystal or something like that. So, guys, there we go. Win another tournament. We're pretty high up there. I think we're like at 97 points now. We only have like 6 keys left, 7 keys left. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button. We'll see you tomorrow for another video. Alrighty. Bye.